Hey everybody. So, the kind of sad thing for me is on these dating stories, I'm actually having to kind of weed through because there are so many to try to figure out which ones I want to talk about. So I went way back for this one. This was a long time ago. God, like probably 15 years ago or something like that. My roommate at the time was dating this guy, and he was from Mexico, spoke perfect English, really nice guy, smart, and he had a cousin, and they thought, oh, we should set them up. Well, the cousin was nothing like my roommate's boyfriend. He didn't speak really any English. He wasn't that smart, and I'm pretty sure he was a drug dealer. Also didn't have a mode of transportation. And honestly, I'm not super superficial, but I kind of would like for the guy I'm dating to be able to pick me up. I don't like to have to pick you up. But anyway, I didn't know all this before I said, sure, set me up. Anyway, we all decide to meet at the movies. And we went to see Gone in 60 Seconds. That should tell you how long ago this was. I'm real weird at the movies. I cannot stand when people talk during movies. I don't even like it when people cough or rustle their popcorn bag. All that extraneous noise really drives me nuts. And also, I love cars, and I love watching guys work a stick shift. I don't know why, especially if it's like an older car and kind of hard to shift, and like that vein comes out in their forearm. Whatever. Weird things. So anyway, we're in this movie watching Gone in 60 Seconds. And Nicolas Cage is driving, I think it was the Shelby, and I'm like, yay, fast cars. And he is just in my ear. I'm like, A, why are you talking to me? This is a movie. And B, I don't speak Spanish, so you might as well just be talking gibberish to me. And I guess I made some sort of face, and he leaned over. He's like, are you sleepy? I'm like, sleepy? No, I am annoyed. Stop talking. And eventually, I actually got up and moved like 3 rows down. I'm like, I can't take this anymore. So, and I've done this with friends when I've gone to the movie theater. When they don't get that they need to be quiet, I get up and move. Anyway, that's the first part of the date. Second part of the date, we go back to my roommate's apartment, and we're just hanging out, having a couple beers, talking. Well, the 3 of us are talking. This poor guy, because he doesn't speak any English, he's not really in the conversation, and I don't speak any Spanish. The Spanish I know is colors, numbers, and like offensive slang, and I didn't really want to say any of that. So it's just already been a horrible date, just bad. And my roommate and his cousin go upstairs. They've been dating for a while, so this is fine. They go upstairs because he's going to stay over. And I was like, wow, it's time for you to go home. So I get up to get my car keys. I probably had my back turned for maybe 20 seconds. And when I turn around, he is completely naked. Head to toe, not a stitch of clothing. What are you doing? I was like, no. I'm like, I'm getting keys, you go home. I'm like, automobile, you home. Put your pants on. And he's just still standing there. I'm like, no, for real. What's Spanish for pants? Pantalones. On, let's go. And he finally puts his clothes back on. I was like, okay, let's just take this guy home. I get him home. And honest to God, I didn't even want to stop the car. I just wanted to slow down and push him out. I'm like, you are crazy. But of course I'm nice, so I did stop the car so that he could get out. And he leans in. I'm like, dude. I could not have gotten farther back. I hit my head on the window of my car door because I was like, no, I don't want you anywhere near me. And I was like, okay, get out. You're home now. You casa go. And he he finally got out of my car. I'm like, oh my God, I could not have gotten out of there fast enough. And lo and behold, like the next day, I get a phone call from my roommate's boyfriend, the cousin. And he's like, hey, he had a good time. I'm like, he did? Did he go on a different date after I dropped him off that was really great? Because I don't know how that was a good time for anyone. I was like, but you can tell him that no, it is not going to work out. But let me tell you what I've figured out about men and heavier girls. A lot of guys assume that because I'm heavier, that I'm like desperate for affection and, you know, I'll just give it up to whoever because I'm so grateful. No. Just FYI, I got plenty of self-esteem, more than enough to be like, no, you're not good enough for me. And I encourage all women and men, you know your value, understand that you're worthy of being treated properly, and you don't have to give it up just because someone's asking you to or demanding you to. It's not necessary. And I definitely hold myself in higher esteem than that. I'm like, you took me to a movie and it's our first date. We haven't had any conversation because you don't speak English. And yet you still think that I am down enough on myself that I'll just give it up. No, I'm not like that. But that's a lesson that most men have had to learn the hard way. Anyway, I will see you next week with another fun story. Bye.